What's up, everyone? I should have given a heads up that I was going on live tonight for those who came to one or more of the shows and now suffer from some form of post-tour depression. Post-tour depression not really in quotes, really is a thing. You go a million miles an hour and then you stop. Now, I've done this for almost 20 years. So at least the frustration and the concern as to what is going on is gone. But it doesn't take away the core symptoms, which is a huge case of the what nows and the where am I's and the what do I do. And, you get burnt out. And the definition of burnout on tour is a state of mind where even good things don't take purchase any longer inside of you. And so you just sit and you chill. And you look at time a little differently. Today, the only use of today is to just burn the hours and relax. Which is a Sunday, you're supposed to do that. But to my original point, we don't do that on the road. We don't just sit and burn days, but now you have to. I imagine it's a little bit like going to the moon. And you come back from the moon and then you look up at the sky and you go, what do I do down here? Up there, I was an astronaut. Down here, I'm just a dude breathing the air and trying to reacclimate. Anyone out there know what I'm talking about? I made up a name for this, what we're doing, what I'm making you do right now. What some of you may be doing. It's a drug called Togetherall. Togetherall is the drug you take after a huge night of partying. And all it is friendship and community and camaraderie. Togetherall. It's the best drug in the world. What's going on out there? What is going on out there? Especially when you're playing music and doing what you love, takes another world. Yeah. Tonight, I'm useless. Tonight, I have no purpose in this world. Hey, Mike Gordon, what's up, man? You know what I'm talking about. Well, you're about to go on tour. And I don't know if this is true, but I do feel like maybe Dead & Company shows are creatively routed around Fish tours. I got the sense like, oh, Fish is going out right after we're done. Like, that's probably Dead & Company touring being like, let's not even try to compete with Fish. Also, how cool is it that I work in a sector of the industry where I have anything to do with the band Fish? I love it. John, come on my YouTube channel. Let's do skincare, please. You want to do skincare? What are you guys doing up here? You guys doing skincare? What have I told you about doing skincare? Maybe. I'm okay on the skincare tips still, but I did lay out in the sun and forget to put stuff on the other day, and I was like, oh, that's going to really hurt the leather seats. In Brazil, we don't have tour. It's all about... I love the idea that, like, in Soviet Russia... is like a really cool prefix for a joke, but like in Brazil now. In Brazil, we don't have tour. Well, the same thing with country people. I mean, country people go out every weekend, and I think I'd rather do that and just do it all year, but just a little less intense. Yeah, I did. I called my face. And forget about the seat part. A bad visual, but I mean like... I think of my skin like leather on a car seat. That's how you should think about your skin. Nicole, you can feature that on your show. Also, I don't be verified if you see my... Yeah, you don't have to be verified. Also, you're never too old to just like sit Indian style, but with your legs in the air, moving back and forth. I don't really feel like showing you, but I think you know what I'm talking about. You're never too old to cross your legs in the air and rock them back and forth. I like that about life. Oh, I see. Anita, if you don't tour every weekend, people say you're slipping. right? And sitting this way, I'll probably do it when I'm 60. I'll just, you want me to show you? It looks like this. I didn't want to show you because it also looks like a low-key pool stunt. And I didn't want to do that. Jeff Garland, what's up? Oh. Anyone else here burnt out from their own weekend? Anybody here? Thanks, man. Thanks, Corey. Boulder was great. Boulder's always great. Boulder's like a Dead and Company outpost. It's really, for, 50 some odd years, a Grateful Dead outpost. Dean's nuts, you get it. You get it, man. We just need to hang. We need like beanbag chairs on the floor. And a movie we've all seen before. But one we just watch for its ambient entertainment. Like Back to the Future. Like, let's order Pokey and watch Back to the Future. All of us. All 8,230. I sound like I'm about to give you a quiz. Low-key pool flex. Yeah, let's watch Almost Famous. Order some Pokey. You know what I mean? Nap 6 or 7 times. I'm a big fan of Seinfeld. Dean's nuts. Do you have what I'm talking about? Do you have? Oh, and by the way, let me tell you something too. This is the futility of the whole scenario here. Is that even if people came over, I wouldn't want to be around people. So let's add that. Let's add that to the challenge here. Even if people came over and they're like, "Oh, we heard that you were a little burnt out," I'd be like, "No. You don't understand. I don't want to see anybody." And they would go, "So wait a minute. So you don't want to see anybody and you're lonely when they're gone?" I go, "Exactly. It's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know what took you so long to figure it out." I'm lonely, but I don't want to see anybody. That's what it's like. That's what it's like. There is no hoodie big enough for me to pull a drawstring. I want to pull 6.5 miles of hoodie drawstring right now. And I just want it to close like a parachute in kindergarten. Just slowly starting to just like a... I just want to pull it and slowly say goodbye to you all. Just sign off slowly while I keep pulling this drawstring. It'd be like this, but for days. But for days and days and days and days and days and days. But it was a wonderful tour. And I'm actually really, really happy. Might I be leaning into it? A little bit. But that's sort of also a way of getting it out, you know? Sort of way of getting it out. Sucky Tattoos, you just posted a really good Powell Peralta Bad Panther Ripper. That was awesome. I look like an uncircumcised P-word. I love the idea, like, even grosser than me actually swearing a lot is me, like, editing words that are fine. Like, oh, P-word? I look like an uncircumcised P-word? It's like, oh, well, you really gave it away with the uncircumcised part. No, I mean an uncircumcised pizza. I like my pizza uncut. That's how you would say, I would like to order a large cheese pizza, uncircumcised, please. And the person on the other line should be like, got it. Know what you mean. All right. I like also how it's like getting darker as I talk. This is like we're hanging out and we've been outside all day and now the sun is going down. You know what's really fun on summer tours when you're outdoors? Is that there's a time of day for about 15 minutes where you're not sure if you should take your sunglasses off yet because the sun is going down. And I love looking out at a certain part of the first set on Dead and Company tours where people still have their sunglasses on. And you know, they're all thinking like, maybe it's time to take these off. But they're all looking around at one another, all still wearing sunglasses. And they go, no, I guess it's fine. And there's always like 2 minutes where it's legitimately 100% not sunglass time. And everyone's still wearing sunglasses. And I get a unique thrill out of that. You know what? I get chuffed by that. I get chuffed. Let's go full Euro. I get chuffed. I love it when people still have sunglasses on for like half a song too long. Gives me a kick. No one gets hurt. Makes me laugh. It's one of those moments in life. How do you really know? How do you really know? And if nobody took them off, would everybody be like, I guess it's fine. It's real pack mentality stuff, you know, hive mind. I can really talk, can't I? Can't I? I really am going to Postmate something. Which watch did I wear this tour? I made it an AP summer tour. I made it an AP thing. Not like for any financial compensation, because I don't do that, but I just wanted to wear like sport watches. I like really nice watches on rubber bands right now. I just like it. I did buy the Super Soakers. I really did. And I took the laces out. They look better without the laces. And the Super Soakers is really interesting, man, because it's one of these things that, like, I'm pretty sure that if someone famous had co-signed it, like if like a famous designer had said they did it, then everybody would have I just like looking at stuff and on an aesthetic level going, I like that. I don't care who co-signed it. So I co-signed it. Order sushi and watch Finding Nemo. That's hilarious. Oh, yeah, it's probably a sushi night. Stupid question there, yeah. Okay, Mike Spiegel, 5744 says, you are the goat. If I am the goat, then by definition, you can never call anyone else the goat when it comes to being a musician. I hope you're okay. I hope you're ready for that. I hope you're ready for that, because otherwise you would be an onagoat, which is one of the great, one of the greatest, ONT goat, aunt goat. You'd be Aunt Goat, one of the greatest of all time. Okay. Well, totes the goat like John and Oates. Do I sleep with socks or no socks? I used to sleep with socks, and then someone told me it was crazy, and I never forgot it. Sing a song. Jessica, with all due respect, I'm going to ask you to read the room. I just got off tour, and I'm really, really tired, and I just sang for like a really long time, like a lot of months, like a lot of weeks, I should say. It wasn't the longest tour in the world, but I just like I got home. I'm in a hoodie. What do you expect from me? That I could sing so easily. Isn't it funny that it's like these hands were playing guitar 12 hours ago. Now they're doing this. I'm useless. These hands are useless. Last night, this hand was playing the guitar. Tonight, it's an unemployed hand. This hand is jobless. This is a deadbeat hand. This is a deadbeat hand. This hand has no purpose at this moment. I just put it to work. Okay. That's a broke-ass hand, Gaston. That's a broke-ass hand. For some reason, you remind me of Bob Ross. Thank you. I can't see any negative in that. You and Dave Matthews should go on tour together? I'd love to. I would love to. That's an easy one. Will I be at Lock-In? Yes. And you know, just want to say before I go, Lock-In's really getting the shit end of the stick right now because of all this sort of tours over stuff, which it ostensibly really is. Lock-In is still ahead of us. I believe it's 40 days away. So in that sense, we're not done for the year, but we only have one more show. But really the redheaded stepchild of the tour, and I apologize to Lock-In for getting thrown under the bus and all of this. That was a great tour speech. Greetings, Seoul. That was really, really respectful. Greetings from Seoul. Greetings, Seoul. That was it's like your ham radio stuff. Where Drake? I don't know. Just download the Where Drake app. Or follow Complex. Favorite dead lyric of them all. Mama, mama, many roads I've come since I first left home. That is mine. What is behind me? It's one of those things. What about Oklahoma? Sounds like a Counting Crows song or something. I bet 20% chance What About Oklahoma is a Counting Crows song. No, You're Beautiful. It is a heater. Thoughts on Oasis. God, another timely question. Thoughts on Oasis. Love Oasis. Have fun in your time machine. All love to Oasis. I'm just saying. See, this is why I have to go, because now I'm getting, which I don't like to be, I don't like to roast people. It's really not because I want to roast people. It's because my brain gets bored and I like to come up with new ways to approach thinking. And then I just end up seeming like a dick. And I'm really not a dick. All of you have asked very nice questions. Okay. Yeah, right. 7,300 people watching me go, okay. Yeah, right. I don't want to roast anybody. There's a laziness. There's a laziness to being negative. Even funny negative. There's a laziness to it. It's very easy to take an opposite stance. It seems like it's really creative, and it's not. So I take it back. Best show of the tour for me was Citi Field Night 2. But then there were so many really, really nice shows. Really nice shows. Roast myself? Oh my God, just... If my head had a headphone jack, you just plug in, you'll hear it roasting all day. All right, guys. I am the tallest guy in the band. Well, that's just your opinion. Yeah, it's easy to be negative. I really feel like doing a sermon on that one day, especially like being contrarian. Being contrarian is basically copying someone else's notes and just flipping it. Like, it takes a lot of thought to make a point, and it takes so little thought to just invert the other person's point. And what you'll realize is that contrarians never start the conversation. Contrarians rely on other people to make points first. And that's a brave thing to do. It's a brave thing to make a point. And it's slightly less brave to, after someone has made a point from scratch, to go, I see it the opposite. And I just go, well, then tell me why. Tell me how. But next time you start the conversation and tell me how. Because it seems to me that you're just addressing everything I said and doing the very simple act of inverting it. That's not intelligence. That's not intelligence. So if you really are a true contrarian, you should make your point before anyone else does. Because it seems to me you sure are relying on the coursework of other people. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I would also like to talk about Devil's Advocate. Devil's Advocate has had a real mission creep in terms of what its purpose is over the last 10 years. I don't know if you know this, but Devil's Advocate was never just supposed to be someone saying, oh, here's just arbitrarily the opposite point of view for you to chew on. Or, well, no one's here to argue this point, so I'm going to elect myself the person to argue your point because I don't like that you're making all these points. Devil's Advocate has always been a demonstrative tool to help somebody who's making their point, perhaps sharpen their point, clarify their point. Devil's Advocate is traditionally cooperative and productive. What's happened over the last 10 years is that devil's advocate, again, akin to being contrarian, says, I'm going to throw you the opposite point of view because I feel like I just want to watch you have batting practice with it. Devil's advocate was always meant to be cooperative with the person whose point they were making. If 6 people are at a table and they all agree on something, you don't need one of the 6 to say, well, this is a little fair that we all agree. So let me be the voice of someone who's not here and let me dissent. Not necessary. Not necessary. I'm not going to turn on a light. I'm going to let this be nature's way of telling me to sign off. I'll tell you more about everything later on. 24 hours ago, you were watching me in Boulder. Now you're on your couch in Minnesota. Isn't it the weirdest thing? I love you all very much. Thanks to everyone who came out to the shows. Some of the greatest memories in my life were made in the last 6 weeks. I'm going to Postmate something, and I'm going to watch TV, just like y'all are. Send y'all my love. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful week, and thank you for being so good to me.